To start off with, I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 small onion chopped up, and I'm going to brown that up and drain it. I forgot to say that I put on also, separately, like 3 to 4 medium-sized potatoes I diced up. I have them in my little 1.5 quart pot, because I cook those separately, and when they're finished, I put them in, I rinse them with cold water over them until I'm ready to put them in the last, after the soup's finished, because I don't like all that starch getting in the soup broth. And now I added 2 medium-sized green bell peppers chopped up, and I'll get them a little softer. And then I'll drain this, and we'll put the soup together. This is after draining everything, and you're always, even if you buy the leanest ground beef, there's always going to be some oil or some grease. So even if you drain it as well as you can, there's going to be some residual grease in this meat. But, you know, the only way I could tell you to really get rid of it is to rinse your cooked meat in a colander. But that's going to extremes, and it will take a lot of the flavor out of your soup. So I don't do that. I just drain it as best I can and call it a day. Next, I added a 1/2 can, you can add more if you want, of whole kernel corn. I use the GB brand. I like the big kernels in your corn. And I'll let that simmer for a while. I put 6 cups of water, but I will add 2 more pretty soon. So I'll have 8 cups of water in there. You could use beef broth if you want, but the hamburger flavors it really well, so I don't need it. But if you want to do broth instead of water, you can. Then when it's finished, I'll add the potatoes in. So I put also 1 can of stewed tomatoes. I use the Save-A-Lot brand. I think they're the tastiest. And, you know, they come with big pieces of tomatoes. So I just use a potato masher. And I mash the big tomatoes up because I don't like the big bites of tomatoes in my soup. And I put 1 can of that, like this, juice and everything. You can add more if you want it. And if you don't have a Save-A-Lot in your area, you can get Contadina. That's pretty good stewed tomatoes, too. So I ended up putting, sorry guys, 2 cans of stewed tomatoes and 2 cans of tomato sauce. This is a lot of soup, okay? And I'll put the ingredients in the description box below. Now this is done, and I boiled this for a while, and then I'll turn it down, or turn it off, really, and I'm going to put the potatoes in. I don't want them to keep cooking. In the meantime, what I did is I took the potatoes, and I drained them, and I ran cold water over them, then I let them sit in cold water till I was ready to put them in the soup so they don't keep cooking. And then I'll just take a slotted spoon and put them in the soup. So here it is with everything in it. Oh, I missed 1 bigger tomato there. Yum. Now you can put any kind of vegetables you want in this, but I like these. Anyway, it's pretty tasty. It's a tasty beef vegetable soup with the ground beef. I mean, you don't even need beef broth in it. Like I said, you can put it in there, but it's pretty tasty. Well, thanks for watching. Maybe next time I'll make some cheeseburger soup, and that won't have tomato sauce in it, but it will have cheese and milk and butter. We'll try that next time. But this is one of my favorite soups. I eat this like I eat with chili. I eat peanut butter sandwiches with this. And you can eat crackers or bread and butter, whatever you want. But it's really simple, easy, and quick. And it's pretty tasty, and it'll go a long way. Now, if you have a family of 4, this is plenty. I mean, this will feed probably 6 to 8 people. But there's just 2 of us, but we eat it for 2 suppers, and then what's left over I freeze for another day. It freezes really well and comes out well. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I put salt, pepper, garlic, little garlic powder, and little onion powder in the soup, too. Now I'm going to take a little taste test. Just a minute. Yum. That is delicious. Well, that's a big pot of soup on a cold winter's day. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye-bye.